Hey everybody, yes, I'm okay. I know you thought I had perished in the awful, violent, rioty badness that was happening in DC while I was at the Bottom Line Cafe with...
Well, I'm glad you're okay, Philip. With all the bricks that were thrown around, you could have got seriously hurt.
Juan Cat. You see, here's a hat here. Go to the website to buy it. I'll put a link down below because I have no idea what that link is. But I was right near the riots, and the second they broke out, I was just like, oh fuck, I have to take my camera and go down there and film it. And people were like, Puka, don't go! You've been drinking Glenfiddich because, you know, Donald Trump said don't drink it because he was angry about some bullshit that he was being petty about. And we were like, fuck it. Donald Trump says don't drink Glenfiddich. We're gonna drink as much as we can get our hands on. What?
Next time Trump should tell these people not to jump off a bridge. It would be a better use of their time than attacking property of people who most likely have fuck all to do with Trump.
That's what we were doing while the inauguration was happening. The long short of it is that the moment they turned their backs, I said, my country needs me, grabbed my camera, ran out the door, and headed down to the protest. And when I got there was no violence. There was just a lot of shit that was basically peaceful and really, really boring. None of this video is going to make it on Breitbart News or any of the following ones I put up because it's not violently interesting enough for people to slam liberals with.
Hang on. So are you saying that no violence occurred at this protest? Or that you just didn't catch any on film? Because those are two very different things.
And I know I'm trying my best to do the whole alt-right thing here and go, curse you liberals, you're violent and crazy and totally out of control. I mean...
I've not seen anyone use the word liberals. They have been called violent left-wing protesters, which is exactly what they were, Philip, regardless of whether you managed to film it or not.
Who saw the S.E. Cup opinion piece on Daily News where she was like, this is no way to get things done, okay? Hey, liberals? Being deranged is no way to get shit done.
No, it's not. I tend to find keeping a calm and clear head when I'm trying to fix something works a lot better than going batshit crazy.
Although that's exactly how the president administration just like swept the floor and won the presidency and the Senate and every other fucking thing. They won it by being deranged. So S.E. Cup, your opinion is demonstrably wrong.
What the fuck are you talking about? It was the left acting deranged and fucking mental that allowed Trump to win. When one of your main talking points is a cartoon frog, how much chance do you think you have?
But fuck it, it doesn't matter. I headed back disappointed with footage that was all though very nice, and I'm sure you're all going to enjoy it when I put it up. That footage had no violence in it. So the moment I'm settling down and sitting there and I look up at the TV and I see some trash cans on fire and I go, yes, more liberal violence! So I grabbed my camera again and I ran back out the door to where the garbage cans were already put out. And there was no violence! I was just like, holy shit, liberals can't do anything right.
So you got there after the situation had already been dealt with, and because of that, there wasn't a situation at all. That's fucking retarded. Besides, isn't vandalism worth condemning anyway?
How am I supposed to put footage up to make liberals look like they're horribly violent if the liberals aren't being violent? So, I don't know what to tell you. I'll put the footage up I have, and you will see what happened at the protest. It was fun, it was interesting, it was strange. There were protest llamas, which I don't quite understand. Protest llamas and protest pigeons, but hey.
Skeptic llama? Well, that settles it. We'll just ask him then.
I have seen things darker than your wildest nightmare. Do not go over there again. I will go home to Norway and think about things. I have seen things that cannot be unseen. I have seen horrors greater than any nightmare could ever portray. I'm going home to Norway. And I'll take a long break. Fuck this country. Fuck all of it.
Thanks, Llama. It's great to actually have some reasonable reporting for once.
You know what? They're liberals. It's what they do. So, I got the footage, make of it what you will, but it's...
Philip, if I go to a football game and I decide to film the whole day out, and a fight breaks out between the two sets of fans, but I'm not there to film it, does that mean it didn't happen? Now apply that situation to yours, and you might see how stupid you sound.
As far as the violence go, I don't know. I didn't find any. I ran...
Exactly! You didn't find any, but other people did, and filmed it, so we know it happened.
Out to check out the broken glass. From what I'm seeing, what you're seeing is Photoshop to make it look much worse. But
You fucking what? You better have some evidence to back that claim up, otherwise you can fuck off if you think I'm buying any of that crap.
really, it wasn't that big a deal. Overall, I saw maybe 5 or 6 people who were doing the whole thing wearing hats, and they had their faces covered with bandanas, and they had their hoodies up.
Now, I'm not great at maths, but this seems like a lot more than 5 people.
Insane.
When they were the ones who seemed to be making or trying to make the trouble, that was not happening. They tried to get it started, it didn't really get going. I have no idea who they were representing.
They did get it going, and their flag fucking tells you. They're left-wing, anarchist communists.
I tried to speak to them. They refused to be filmed. They instructed me not to film them. They, the National Guard, by the way, were like, oh, sure, hey, go ahead, film. It's just totally fine. Because, like, in New York, if you film the National Guard, they freak out. Like, I've had them jump all over before. But here in D.C., they were totally okay with it. But not the people who were trying to start the violence. They refused to be identified. They didn't want to say who they were with. They refused to show their faces. So at that point, after trying to speak to them and they did that, I'm like, you know what, fuck you. I have no idea who you were representing. So you guys can go fuck yourselves. Because that's
You would make a shit journalist, do you know that?
my general message to all these assholes now, and anybody else who tries to misrepresent everything that happened down there. If you want to know what happened, then feel free to write me and ask me. Because I was actually there, unlike a lot of the people here who are going to be doing their videos, and I think we know who we're talking about here.
Well, rebel media were there, and they actually filmed the violence. And their flags tell us who they represent.
And those videos are going to claim a lot of shit and say a lot of shit, but in the end run, they're just grabbing clips from God knows who, what's where, and they can put it up and they can collect hundreds of thousands of views and all the money and everything, because that's like the big thing now. It's just like make liberals look bad so you can make money.
So we're supposed to throw all the evidence for these violent protests away because you didn't film any. Piss off, mate.
But I'm not doing that here. I'm just reporting the facts as they happen.
Denying facts because you didn't see the evidence that other people have already given, I think that's what you meant to say.
I'm the liberal over. Oh, I fucked that up. Ah, cake! That's right, it's my birthday. That's why I'm distracted, because despite the whiskey, it's my birthday, and my wife baked cake, which I get to have right after this. So I'm getting to have...
What was that you said about people doing it for money? Philip, how you can claim that these protests didn't get violent is beyond me. There was quite clearly a significant amount of people that were committing acts of violence and vandalism. Some poor bloke even had his hair lit on fire, for fuck's sake. Now, had you been saying that not everyone was violent, it would have been a piss poor defence, but at least it would have made some sort of sense. Face it, the left is deluding itself if it thinks it still has any moral high ground, and that's coming from someone who calls himself part of the left. You would do your cause a lot more justice if you just pulled your head out the sand and called her out for what it was. I'm the Skeptic Fox. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe and leave a comment, and I shall see you next time.